Today I have the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 book tag. I just did that intro multiple times and it felt weird each time, so we'll see what I end up going with. I was not tagged in this one. I just found it on YouTube and thought it looked fun. However, I cannot find the original creator. I found so many channels doing this tag and I followed their links and their links and their links of who all tagged them, and nobody had an original creator. So if you know who created this originally, or if you are the original creator, please let me know so that I can tag you and give you credit in the description. So the first prompt, 5 books you have loved recently. I feel like all of these have come up recently on my wrap-up videos. So if you follow my channel, you may not be too surprised by some of these. I'm gonna go with Inward by Young Pueblo. This is a poetry book that one of my good friends told me about, and the poetry is amazing. His poetry talks about things like self-love, letting go, inner wisdom. It's very good. Number 2 is Funny Story by Emily Henry. I loved her latest book. So good. Super sweet story, super relatable characters. I loved it, start to finish. Number 3, See No Stranger by Valerie Carr. This is a nonfiction book primarily about learning how to see no stranger, as the title suggests, and have this kind of revolutionary love for other people, for ourselves, and for our opponents. It's a really good read. Number 4, Beartown by Frederick Backman. I love how he can write books with so many characters, but each character has such a rich story, and his writing just makes you feel and empathize with the characters. I love it. And for my 5th pick, I'm really torn between including Fourth Wing or The House of Mirth. And so I decided to cheat a little bit by saying that, because then I can at least throw in the other one even if I don't actually talk about it. So my official pick, I think, is going to be The House of Mirth by Edith Wharton, because I didn't really know what to expect from that book when I read it, and I really did like it. So it was kind of a surprise 5 read. I thought I would like it, but I didn't expect to like it, I guess, as much as I did. Next is 4 auto-buy authors. So I only recently started giving myself permission to buy books, and particularly buying new books or books that are specifically meaningful to me. So I am new to this concept of auto-buy, but Frederick Backman, for sure. Anything else that he releases, I will automatically buy that 100% the day that I find out he's releasing a new book. Next, I would say Liane Moriarty. She is another one of my favorite authors. She actually has a new book coming out in September, which I did already pre-order. I'm super excited. And I think I would say Emily Henry. I have loved 2 of her books. One of her books was okay, and a couple of them I did not care for. However, for me, I still love the depth that she gives her characters, even if I don't fully love the plot. And she just has a very special place in my heart for introducing me to the romance genre, and for that reason, I think she's going to be an auto-buy. As of now, those are my only auto-buy authors. I think that maybe Riley Sager might become an auto-buy, but I still need to read a few more books to kind of figure that out. But I've really enjoyed some of his books, and one of his books was one of my top reads from last year. 3 favorite genres. My favorite genres have changed over time, and I have a feeling that they might change again, which kind of feels weird, but also it's part of life. Sometimes I will go all in on a genre and read a whole bunch of one genre, and then I just kind of get burned out. But one genre that has stayed consistently a favorite for the last 20-ish years, if not more, how old am I? Sure, we'll go with 20 years. Is classics. I love classics. I love Dickens. I love Ella Montgomery. They're 2 of my favorite authors. I like The Picture of Dorian Gray. I like The House of Mirth by Edith Wharton. There are so many great classic books out there. My next current favorite is psychological thrillers. I love the mind games and the suspense and the experience of trying to figure out what is going on and who can we trust and who's telling the truth and when is the twist gonna come and is there more than one twist. I love that. And I think my 3rd current favorite genre is romance, but I think I might be a little picky about my romance. I really like romance books that have a lot of character growth, character development, backstory, deep relationships, and quality friendships. That's kind of my vibe for romance books. 2 favorite reading spots. So my go-to reading spot is the couch in my living room. That's where I do most of my reading. I have a stack of all my books on the table beside the couch. I really need to figure out a better way to organize that because it's kind of an eyesore, but that's where my current reads are. And my second favorite place to read is a coffee shop. I love the vibe of a coffee shop. I love the smell of the coffee. I love the background noise and hum of people having conversations. I just love the energy that comes from a coffee shop. And a lot of times when I'm writing here at home, I will turn on ambient sounds of a coffee shop just for the vibes. And finally, one book you're looking forward to. Since I already mentioned Leanne Moriarty's new release in September, I think for this prompt, I'm gonna go with the new Jodi Picoult book coming out, By Any Other Name. It's coming out in August. It is dual timeline, talking about a woman, I believe in the 1500s, who is a writer, and she has to decide if she is going to take on a male name and thereby lose her own identity, but still be able to sell her work. And then a present timeline with a woman who I believe is studying that same woman from the 1500s and kind of how she's going through similar things. So I'm excited to read that. I've only read, I think, 2 books by this author, and they have really made me think, and I like her writing style, so this should be a good book. Okay, people I tag. I would like to tag Graham, Mimi, and Hannah and Emily. If you guys would like to do this tag, I would love to hear your answers. And if I didn't tag you and you want to do this tag, absolutely do it, and then let me know so that I can see your answers too. And until next time, happy reading. Next is 4 authors. Oh, Dickens.